I did it! Alright, Macho, we gotta go to the next game, bro. Wait, we're behind schedule, bro.
That took me 3 hours, and I'm in. But if I play fast, then I can still catch up. So let's go straight to Obby, but you get trolled. And to say this game was brutal would be an understatement. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life.
Wow, that was a crazy troll, Macho. That was a crazy troll we just experienced. It's not what you think it is. Trust me, it is.
Yes, truly impossible. And while I beat this insanely difficult game, subscribe. But you are only allowed to subscribe if you are actually enjoying this video. I mean it. Anyways, it only took 20 minutes to beat this one.
So I'm confused. There's no lucky block.
Yeah, that game was basically for babies. But that easiness would be short-lived, because next up was Stairs of Rage. All you do is climb the correctly coming stairs until you reach the top. Seems easy, right? Well, remember what I'm about to say. It will be important later. During many points in this challenge, there will be games that seem easy, but the players of the game make it a living nightmare. For example,
I'm getting killed by people with some. I'm getting killed by this stupid bacon hair with a stupid sword. He's so fast. I hate this guy. I'm actually gonna become a rage monster because of this.
Yes, this little living nightmare of a noob was preventing me from getting even 10% of the way there. Because apparently, you can spend Robux in this game to torture people. You can buy yourself gears for the sole purpose of making people hate you. Like this guy.
No, he killed me. I hate the Stairs of Rage.
But with enough skill and persistence, I finally managed to slip past him.
Oh, he fell.
And as I approached the very top,
I'm getting lasered. There's a guy at the top with a laser and he shoots you off. This is shockingly one of the most raging games I've played this video.
But after 5 more minutes of attempts, I was approaching the top again. Unfortunately, though, the Sword Kid was chasing behind me, and he had almost caught up, at least until he fell off the platform back to the bottom. Yes! Now I just have to get past the Laser Kid, and I'll win!
Laser Kid is going to kill me. Laser Kid's going to kill me. I made it! I won!
Thankfully, I also had my friend Timpers in the call, so after I won, he bought game passes to torture those noobs until both of them left. Rest assured, they got what they deserve. And honestly, I've had Timp in the call for a while now. Having some more company is great. Instead of getting mad, I've just been having fun. That mindset makes it way easier to play these games. So Macho and I absolutely crushed the next one. Chained 2-player Obby. Yeah, this otherwise very difficult game only took us 30 minutes to beat.
We won! We did the chain together, Obby! Yeah!
And for the first time in hours, we're back on pace. But there's some really bad news. The next game Macho and I are about to play has recently become rage-inducing it is. You may have heard of it. It's a little of games called You Don't Want to See Me Rage, aka the games that birthed this TikTok. But that one's actually game 3 in the series, so before we get there, we have to finish game 1.
Nice, Tim. You got us both killed.
And that clip is basically my mood for this entire game. This is a multi-stage obby, if you can even call it that, where every stage is designed to be as unfair as possible, and block your screen as much as possible, and jump scare you as much as possible. It's basically fun after fun after fun! And what makes it even better is that these stages are so unfair, the devs literally added an ability to turn off the obstacles for them. But, according to the one rule I have for this challenge, I am not allowed to skip stages or use Robux to gain an advantage, because they wouldn't really be rage games if I just cheesed them, would they? Oh, and by the way, later in this challenge, I end up really regretting this rule. Regardless, after only 10 minutes of effort, I got to the last stage.
I still have all 4 wheels and my car works somehow. I did it, bro! I did it, bro!
And after that, it only took me 10 more minutes to beat the second game. I'm making fast progress. But unfortunately for me, I had reached the legendary third and final game in the series. You Don't Want to See Me Infuriated, home of the Stupid Apple! This was by far the hardest, longest game. And if I wanted to finish all 3 of these within the hour, I'd have to beat this one in 40 minutes. Start the timer. Stage 1.
This week only, large 2-topping pizzas at Domino's are just $6.99 each when you carry out, like melty pepperoni and green peppers, or ham and tangy pineapple. The combinations are pretty endless. Act fast and get your favorite large 2-topping pizza for just $6.99 each this week only at Domino's.
Peacock is the streaming home of Dogman. Unbelievable! What are you always gonna lick inside my mouth? Part man, part dog. 100% bona fide family fun. Dogman. Rated PG. Streaming now only on Peacock.
Call it a pursuit, something we want. Some part of us that once was ours. With
Stage 2 was also quick. I just had to chat the name of the characters on screen. Stage 3 was a pretty easy parkour around this spire, and Stage 4 is one of the worst. In order to beat it, you need to make it up this hill while dodging falling fruit. The only problem being, whenever a fruit touches you, an image of that fruit completely 100% blocks your view.
I'm for the fruit stage, bro. Oh my god, why is it Golden Freddy?
Yeah, this is the stage that made that TikTok kid cry.
Stop.
Just looking at the light on my face, you can see what I'm going through. But with a stroke of blind luck,
Oh my god, it's happening. I'm so close to the top. Yes, I did it!
Stage 5 was pretty easy. I just had to complete this simple parkour while constantly quitting out of a pop-up app. However, Stage 6 was not easy. It requires you to spin this wheel until you land on the key, which doesn't seem too bad until you do it and realize it can take up to 10 minutes on its own. However, continuing my streak of good luck, it only took me 2. On Stage 7, one of these doors is safe and the others will kill you. After some trial and error, I made it through the first 2, but then turned back and saw Tipwrist still stuck on the key stage. Poor guy. Let me give him a wave. But while I was distracted with that, Macho actually made it through the final door.
But which door did he choose? If only there was some way I could clip what just happened.
Oh wait, there it is. Thanks to Metal.tv, I clipped the last 30 seconds of what just occurred and now get to go back and check.
Right there, he went through the door.
I can officially move on to Stage 8, where you have to drive a car carefully across a loaded minefield. Any slight wrong movement could explode you. So, I see no better time to explain that this video is sponsored by Metal.tv, my favorite app for clipping whatever gameplay moments you want.
Oh no, that was really close. Back on track.
Tipwrist finally got to that last door choosing stage, so I can easily trim the clip I got earlier containing the answer and share it with him by sending the link. Ooh, Stage 8 done. Time for Stage 9, where you just have to move forward whenever it's safe and stay in these cuppy holes whenever it isn't. Which may seem easy, but actually isn't, leading to clutch moments like this.
Oh, that was a crazy jump.
Which obviously I clipped with Metal. Yeah, honestly, I've been using the app for more than 2 years myself, so when they offered to be my first ever sponsor, I mean, I had to say yes. If you have any experience with gaming, you know how cool it is that Metal.tv would actually sponsor me. Anyways, time to move on to Stage 10, which is just a bunch of floating landmines that slowly move, and somehow I need to find a clear way to walk through.
I need to find the golden thread. Fudge.
So also, Metal added the ability to connect your Roblox account to it, which I did instantly because of a new feature that literally lets you get free UGC doing quests through Metal. Just go to your settings, connections, and click the Roblox icon.
This stage is rough, bro. Oh, never mind.
Time for Stage 11, which is just the fruit stage again, but you have to go on a floating platform during it.
I'm doing it! I'm clipping that right now. I'm clipping that with Metal.
So, if you somehow have not downloaded Metal already, click my referral link in the description or a pinned comment to do it. And thanks Metal for being my first sponsor ever. Anyway, Stage 12 time. Oh, I already beat it. Awesome. Stage 13 is a full Dark Souls boss fight with the stupid pineapple. They genuinely put so much effort into this that I'm shocked. And it's really difficult. Thank God I have Temp and Macho here with me. This boss took 5 whole minutes, which means my timer is running out quick. But it's still doable. Stage 14. You just have to find the safest way to drive through this minefield. It's not super difficult. However, Stage 15 is a lot harder. Not only do you have to carefully drive through a minefield again, but while driving through the minefield, you have to solve a stupidly difficult puzzle. Mine was to keep track of the pineapple. Yeah, hopefully you can see why this is difficult.
Another pineapple. I'm good.
Now I just need to jump across this incredibly safe and steady bridge. No!
It's way too much, bro.
Anyways, 2 minutes later, I finally made it through and got to Stage 16.
I did it. Yes.
But, unfortunately for me, I only had 3 minutes left, with 2 more stages. Stage 16 was easy. I just had to boat across this water and not hit any bombs. I could do that in under 3 minutes. However, after you beat Stage 16, there's a ladder. If you climb this ladder, you will trigger a literal Terraria boss fight that acts as the final stage of the game. This can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, guaranteed. There is no way to make it faster. If I climb this ladder, which I have to do, I won't finish before my timer does. In other words, it was over. It's fine. It's not like I'll be that behind schedule from this anymore.
No way! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm actually clipping that. I'm actually clipping. I just did the most massive time save ever. I skipped the whole boss fight, bro.
Oh, well, I guess I could also just skip the entire boss fight and literally finish with minutes to spare. That works too. Sadly for me, though, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Next up was a secret bonus game in the series called You Don't Want to See My Treasure. And right when I joined, a wave of disorientation hit me.
I'm so bad. Dude, I'm starting to like space out. I'm having a really hard time concentrating on this. Oh, my eyes are literally, I'm literally like going like lazy eye. Like my vision, like you know whenever you're like not concentrating on seeing something at all and your eyes like get like blurry. That's actually what's happening when I'm trying to play this game, bro. I'm losing brain power right now.
Yeah, apparently playing rage games, aka one of the most mentally demanding genres of games for 8 hours straight, is beginning to drain my brain a bit. I'm making some dumb mistakes and it's getting difficult to concentrate, but at least I'm still on call with my friends, so I'm not raging too hard. Can't wait for when it gets late, because then I'll be even more drained and my friends will all be gone. Yay! Also, it doesn't help that this is by far the most visually annoying of the 4 games. Most of the footage here will be unusable because it looks like this.
Oh my god, this is gonna make a horrible video. This part of the video is gonna be miserable, bro.
Regardless, I pulled myself together and managed to win this game in only 15 minutes. Partially thanks to this epic skip I discovered. Thank me later. Wasting no time, Macho and I joined the next game quickly, Rage Runner. Unfortunately for us though, it was getting late. Timbrist and all our other friends in call finally departed. They won't be back for the entire rest of the video. Macho and I are on our own now. Also, this game Rage Runner doesn't technically have an end because it's a round-based game, so I just decided I'd count it as finished once I get 25 victories. Shouldn't be too hard, right?
It's not really coming first, it's just win 25 times.
Oh, but then, oh no! But I have to wait 6 minutes for each round?
Dude, that's bad. That's like 3 hours. Oh no.
Yeah. I prepared the games for this video without actually having an idea of how long it would take to complete them, so I may have messed up and made this particular game way too hard for the challenge. But I ain't no wuss. I made my grave, I'll lay in it. I need 25 wins. That's final. So, let's start winning.
I don't think I could beat it. My first try is going to be a loss. Dude, oh my god, this sucks. This is really hard. I'm like 5 minutes into this game and I don't have a win. That's really good. It's really good. I'm definitely ahead of schedule right now. Definitely.
Yeah, for a while, Macho and I just wasted our time in this game, not even winning, until he remembered rule 1 of the challenge. I am not allowed to skip stages or use Robux to gain an advantage. That rule didn't actually include using in-game items to gain an advantage. If we could somehow get something in-game to help us that didn't cost Robux, we could use it. And Macho found just the thing.
Speed coil is cheap.
Oh, dude, is that the strat?
To test it, I quickly bought the speed coil from the shop, and it was, in fact, the strat. I can now sprint through stages and beat them considerably faster, meaning I actually reached the end now. Surely this entire process way quicker and easier. It'll be done 80 minutes. Yeah, I messed up. Picking this game and setting my goal to 25 wins was a mistake. And unfortunately for me, that wasn't even the biggest mistake I made planning this video. Most of the time spent in this game is just waiting at the end after I finish. I can win in record time, but I still gotta sit and wait for that timer to slowly tick down and reset the round in order to move on. I'm getting bored. Plus, for some reason, my body is starting to not feel the best.
My arm is starting to get a throbbing pain. Is it because this is my mouse arm and I haven't given it a break all day, perhaps? No, that can't be it. Is it perhaps the intense stress I am under and probably clenching my arm at many moments in this video? No, that can't be it either. There's no possible explanation as to why my arm is hurting right now.
I'm joking about it, but my arm actually does hurt. Maybe because I've been clenching so much in all these games. I genuinely have no idea, even now, why this happened. But it was nice not being alone.
My whole body hurts.
Whole body hurts.
Thank God he also feels pain, because it's really embarrassing feeling like this from a stupid Roblox game. This is made for kids, and it's putting me in physical pain. But what's worse than the physical pain is the mental.
This is not fun. Doing the same thing over and over again.
I am not having a lot of fun right now, and it's making my brain dumb. It's not so bad though. I mean, like, at the end of the day, I'm still just playing Roblox. It's not like I'm at a full-time job or anything. But also, it's getting late, and I have been playing Roblox for many hours. I need 13 more wins. I'm halfway there. It's been like an hour and a half. I'm gonna be behind schedule. Ow! Ow, I hit my knuckles on my microphone. Ow! I guess there's not much to do besides just push through. If a game is taking a while, I just have to push through. This mindset certainly won't hurt me later. Certainly.
You risk me a choice ribeye. Must have cost a fortune, huh? Oh, right. The lowest prices of any national grocery store. It's an Aldi thing.
Put to a respect button in the comments.
Hey guys watching this video, could you please give me a hug to a respect button? I'd really appreciate that.
I figured showing you that clip would do a good job of demonstrating how my brain is melting. I'm sorry you had to hear that. Anyways, eventually, after nearly 3 hours, Macho and I got 25 wins and officially conquered Rage Runner.
Oh, 25 wins! We won!
After we finish the next game, we'll be halfway done with the challenge. So, what is the next game? Getting Over It! The Roblox version. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It, the same game that led to reactions like this.
Fun! Fun! I'm having fun!
Well, it's been ported over to Roblox, just like every other popular game in existence. It's basically the real thing. Oh, except for the fact it's harder.
This stage is gonna make me turn into a rage monster. The Bennett Foddy game is so much easier than this because the hammer doesn't bounce. But in Roblox, the hammer bounces.
Yeah, thanks to the Roblox physics engine, the hammer in this game bounces whenever it sits still on a surface.
I played the Bennett Foddy game and I beat it like really quickly because it's not as bad as the damn Roblox game, bro.
This section in particular was incredibly hard because it just didn't work the way it was supposed to. Thanks to the hammer bouncing, you can barely attach to this ledge. Also, remember when I said earlier that all my friends left me and that them being gone would make me less chill? Last game wasn't really rage-inducing, but this one is. So you can see the full effect of that here.
Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye. Oh, back to the beginning, sweet. Oh, goodbye, good, goodbye. Whoa, way back, literally. Oh my god. Oh! Back to the beginning.
Thankfully, because I'm not too angry or annoyed right now, I managed to pull myself together and beat the game in a solid amount of time.
I won! Oh, 36 minutes!
That is not bad timing. That is not bad timing at all. 36 minutes for a game, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not prone to rage. I wouldn't be shocked if I managed to pull through this entire challenge without a single outburst. I may be getting a bit more annoyed at every game I play, and it may be getting later and later, but I'm just a chill, low-key guy who doesn't GAF. So, I think I'll be able to win without too much struggle. Next up is Ta Troll Obby. Based on the other Troll Obbies we've played, I'm guessing this one would be easy.
Alright, this one actually does not give us hints. This is the first troll obby we have done that does not give us hints. And is not, like, ridiculously easy.
Yeah, so I guess it isn't actually easy. Luckily, Macho and I have spent hours at Troll Obbies during this video, so we've basically trained our whole lives for this moment. At least he has. He's destroying this. Side note, I am very thankful Macho is acting as my coach during this. He is carrying me through some of these stages. I feel like it might not even take that long to beat all 100 of them. We're officially halfway through our time. Fun! In other, less fun news, Macho and I reached stage 100 like we planned, but, it wasn't the end of the obby.
Wait, 100? We got stage 100 award. But what the how do we win? How do we win this? How many stages are there?
Yeah, as it turns out, beating 100 levels had only made me reach
The most difficult stages? Your final test? What?
Macho and I didn't realize it at the time, but we were far from finishing because these final levels were insanely difficult, and there were over 30 of them. We managed to beat a couple by ourselves, but quickly got to the point that the stages were near impossible without outside help of some kind. We may genuinely be screwed. While choosing this game, I had no idea that it would get so difficult. I didn't see the insane final stage badges. 0.1% of players have managed to beat this game, and I have to somehow beat it in less than 12 hours? This may be where the challenge ends. A random Roblox troll obby. This sucks. But while Macho and I were slowly trudging through the stages, something interesting happened. Zuki appeared.
Oh, is Zuki gonna guide us? Thank you, Zuki. Dude, Zuki is the GOAT. Zuki is actually the real GOAT in this situation. Oh my god, Zuki, you are a pro. Thank you, Zuki.
Yeah, this random player named Zuki appeared suddenly and began to guide us like a guardian angel.
Oh my god, we actually have gotten a guardian angel. This is crazy. Right when it looked so dire, we got someone to guide us through, bro.
She seemed to know all the answers and all the secrets for every single stage. She guided us through 23 of them. Why? Genuinely, why is this random player helping noobs like Macho and I to get through? Maybe there's some cool emotional reason. To be honest, I'm just happy to have a guide though. However, like I said, she only guided us through 23 stages. After she did that, she departed from this world and presumably went back to heaven or something. In other words, she left the game.
Zukia left. Oh, it's over. We're not winning.
This could genuinely take hours without help. These stages are so hard, man. We need a guide to win. And our guide just left. Regardless, Macho and I pushed on and actually managed to beat a few stages by ourselves.
We actually did a level by ourselves, bro. How? She left, but we did it by ourselves, bro.
Unfortunately, though, we were reaching a wall. These stages were too difficult to figure out on our own. For context, guess how to beat this stage? It looks like an open gap, right? Wrong. The way to beat it is by walking on an invisible path for about 5 studs, then spam jump until you reach